busy time of year, but nobody should be too busy that they can't take time to take care of themselves. You got to take care of you. Just kind of makes you more stable. Stable is a word for today. I'd like you to think about stable means able or likely to continue to last, firmly established and enduring, and that is you. You are here doing your yoga, and that is a good thing. You're taking care of yourself, and that's an investment in all that you do. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is Piper. And this is a place where you can do yoga from the privacy of your own home. Nobody judging you, no performance. I mean, yoga is a healing art, not a performing art. I say that a lot, but it is really true. You do your yoga your way. The most important thing is don't hurt. Let it feel good. Do what is right for your body, as the bottom of our screen says. Every day our practices are different. They are every day, you know that. Today's is a restorative practice where we hold the poses longer and we just let the body give the body time to relax into them. Today there's only 8 poses. Some days we have 30, 40 poses. So it's a very slow pace today. It's 1 hour long. And you just do it your way, but take care of you. You're going to need some props for today's yoga. The props that I have are an eye shade, which is a fantastic thing. It's a little weighted. This one has lavender in it, if you like the scent of lavender, to just calm you down in your practice. We all need to calm down. A little towel is nice, a hand towel to slip under your knees or to use as an eye shade if you don't have one, totally fine. 2 yoga blocks are great. Buy them online. They're not very expensive. I think you can get 2 of them for under $20, and it usually includes a strap too, which we use other days in our practice. Today, a big bolster. You could have a big pillow from your sofa, but a yoga bolster is really, really nice because it's firm, yet it gives, and it might be a good gift to ask for a Christmas present. Also, a nice blanket. This is a yoga blanket. It's a Mexican blanket. It's very comfortable. It's typical for a yoga practice, but any kind of throw blanket will do. All right. Also, have some water. That's always nice, or tea, or your beverage of choice. Be near a wall, because we're going to do legs up the wall if you want to do that. If you don't have a wall handy, you could just be near a chair and throw your calves up onto the seat of the chair. Same kind of wonderful feeling, but we're going to do it up against a wall. Okay, so those are the props you need. We're down on the mat all day long, which is really kind of nice. It's an hour-long practice, like I said, and if you can't do an hour, that's okay. But just kind of get into it, you'll see, and the hour flies by, all right? And sometimes when you come into a pose, it's like 5 minutes long. You're just like, oh my gosh, I can't stay in a pose for 5 minutes. But once you get there, once you pass in your head that little hump of, getting there, it's like, oh, I wish I could stay longer. Try it and see. Try it and see. All right, first thing we always do is lock in a stress number. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, what's going on? What's your stress like? Pick a number and let's come into a child's pose. All right, let the outside world go. Just get rid of all the thoughts. This is your time, your moment on your mat. Take your bolster. Set it up vertically on your mat. Maybe take a block to the top of your mat, or maybe take your blanket to the top of your mat. I'm going to scoot the bolster down so like the bottom third is between my knees. I'm going to spread my knees, bring my big toes to touch, and then I'm going to sink my chest down to my bolster. I like it a little bit lower so my bottom can kind of rest on it too. And I'm going to bring a block to the top. Maybe you've got your blanket, or maybe put your blanket on top of your block. And you just want to create a long spine here. Let your head rest on whatever little setup you have. And most importantly, just let your torso settle in to your child's pose on your bolster. Big breath in through your nose, and a big breath out through your mouth. Just let it go. Okay, here's an interesting thought. Most of what we think is negative. Yeah, even you, even me, most of what we think is negative. The National Science Foundation says that we think between 12,000 and 60,000 thoughts per day, 80% of which is negative, and 95% are just repetitive thoughts. So think positively. Kind of renew your thoughts today, and just let it help you refresh and recharge as you think positively. So settle in. Think of your body as heavy, let everything go. Arms wherever feels, comfortable and natural, where you're not even really aware of them. Take a deep breath in through your nose And a big sighing breath out through your mouth. I'm going to adjust my block here because I feel like my head's a little too high. So, nothing wrong with adjustments, right? You go through life making adjustments. Nothing has to stay the same. Adjust and find comfort in your child's pose. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big breath out audibly through your mouth. Let it go. We're going to be here for several minutes, so get comfortable and find a position of comfortable stillness. And realize rest is not idleness. Rest is restoring, rejuvenating, and bringing energy back. So give yourself permission to rest. Unclench your jaws if your teeth are touching. Maybe even come to a time where you can close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose only. Let your chest be heavy. No tension in your shoulders. Know where you need to go, know where you need to be. You're right where you should be. Deep breath in, followed by deep, full breaths out. Welcome to your inner peace. You've let the outside world go, and you're focusing on your breath. Your body, your mind, your spirit, nothing else. Take a deep breath in and a deep, slow, fully aware breath out. Maybe you're in that magical place of your child's pose where you just want to stay here. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you wish to stay, stay. I'm going to press on up and come out of this pose and create like a little recliner with my bolster and my 2 blocks. All right, so I'm going to bring one block tall at the top of the mat and the other block like an L shape in its stable position right next to it. I'm going to scoot the bolster up from between my legs and create like a recliner. Maybe even grab your eye shade. Kind of scoot your bottom up next to the bottom of your bolster, bend your knees. Bring the soles of your feet to touch and your knees to open wide. So you've got these cobbler legs. Knees fall down. Maybe you take your blanket, place it on your belly or on your thighs to kind of just add a little bit of weight to open up your knees a little bit more. Cover your eyes with your towel or your little eye shade. And let's rest here. Eyes are closed. I'm even going to set a timer so you can just enjoy this all on your own. 3 minutes. Arms down by your sides. Palms face up if that feels good. Breathe and enjoy your silence. I'll let you know when 3 minutes is up. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Shoulders away from the ears. Your 3 minutes in this pose has elapsed. If it feels really good for you and you want to stay here, it's your practice. You do it your way. I'm going to move into a new pose for us. It's kind of like a tipsy frog, but it's called supported frog. If you want to join me, bring your arms down by your sides, remove your blanket if you used it, bring your knees together at the midline of your body, and send your legs long. Press on up. You're going to need your bolster and your blanket for this one. Bring, and the blocks, maybe. I'm going to bring my blocks at a stable height to the bottom of my mat. I'm going to put the bolster on top of it. You might not want to use the blocks. You'll decide once you try the pose and then maybe adjust. So I'm bringing the bolster up higher. You could use 2 bolsters too if you had them. I'm going to open up my blanket a little bit, and I'm going to place it at the top of my mat because I'm going to be on my belly and I want to support my arms and my head and make it comfortable. So the bolster's at the bottom of your mat, the blanket at the top. Come onto your belly and bring your feet or your shins or whatever feels good up on that bolster. And right about here, you'll probably say, maybe I don't like the blocks, I'm going to remove them. Or maybe you say, I want to add in another bolster. So adjust it. You're going to feel a little slight compression to your low back. Maybe bring your knees a little more to the sides of the mat as you bend your legs, and bring your feet, or maybe your big toes, to touch. Oh, I feel that. So this is the supported frog. So this is a big one for your hips and your low back. So your chest is on your blanket, nice and soft. Elbows spread wide. Hands are going to stack. And I'm going to set a 5-minute timer here after you settle in. Hands are stacked. Forehead comes down to your hands. Soften in your shoulders. Get your legs adjusted. And we will begin 5 minutes here. Head rests, shoulders relax away from the ears. Chest is gently supported by this soft blanket. Feet are slightly touching. Knees open to the sides. Breathe here, and I'll let you know when the time is up. Now deepen your inhales and really feel your belly push against the earth. And as you exhale, really empty out all the air from your belly and join the compression of the low back and the sensation of the inner thighs opening up more to the earth. Use your breath to make the pose feel perhaps more intense. Soften your shoulders. Unclench your teeth if your jaws are touching. Let your head rest even more heavily into your hands. Take a deep breath in and a deep, slow breath out. And let's slowly make our way out of this pose and into a pentacle pose. Send your legs long, roll over onto your back, and spread your legs wide. And spread your arms wide, high overhead. Pentacle pose, big capital letter X shape. Reset, refresh right here, right now. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Your yoga not only works wonders for your body, but it works wonders for your mental health too. It helps with stress, it helps with depression, and it gives you that feel-good rush of happiness. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Rest here a little bit longer in your pentacle pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stay here in your pentacle pose if this is speaking to you. The next pose I'm going to come into is a sideline pose on my bolster. If you want to stay, stay. If not, Bring your arms down by your sides, bend your knees. Find your bolster at the bottom of your mat or wherever you left it. And bring it up horizontally onto your mat. Keep your blanket where it is. Adjust your bolster so it's kind of in that side area of your body. Come to recline. You could bring a block onto your blanket if you like, or slip it under the blanket so you got the padding of the blanket, or bring your head on down to your blanket. Knees can be bent or legs can be long, whatever feels comfortable. And get that bolster nestled in kind of just right. You could also support your head with your bicep if you prefer that, and then maybe work your head down to a sideline position. It's up to you. So the top side of your body, nice big stretch here. You can rest your top arm on your side, or, bring it to rest on the other arm. Or if you want to deepen the stretch and that feels good for you, it's going to be 3 minutes here. You could elongate that top arm, the left arm, and reach toward the top of your mat. Soften in the jaws. Let your bottom rest. So kind of your right hip, be sure it's resting on your mat. And just breathe. Deepen your breath. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One of the best parts of this pose is the transition to the other side. So you can roll on your belly or roll on your back to bring the other side body onto the bolster. So before you go, take a deep breath in. And on that big exhale, roll however you like onto the other side. So nestle in, just the way you did on the first side, and let it feel really, really good. Arms positioned however feels good for you. You like that deep stretch, reach to the top of your mat. If not so much, just keep the arm by your side. Remember, this is a 3-minute pose, so get into it, get comfortable, and let the pose work its magic as you get your head out of thinking about it and just enjoy. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Stillness, no thoughts, and the focus is on your breath. Let the body go and just breathe. Take your deep breath in and your deep breath out. Now let's come out of this sideline position, and you got a choice here. Roll onto your back, take your time, let it feel really, really fantastic. Roll onto your back. And you can keep this bolster here. Maybe I'm going to scoop mine down a little bit and take a pentacle on the bolster. And if you don't like the bolster, slide it on out and lie completely on the ground. Arms high overhead, legs spread long, heels to the bottom corners of your mat. And just kind of reset. You know, think about it for just a second. How even your computer, even your phone needs a reset once in a while. And so do we. We need that quiet time of stillness. That's not sleep necessarily. It's just a time of quiet relaxation. Take your deep breath in and your deep breath out. You can stay here if you like, or let's move on to legs up the wall. If you don't want to go all the way to your wall, and you're already on your bolster, what you could do is bring your arms down by your sides, bend your knees, and send your legs up to the sky. Bolster's comfortable, it's got you supported, and you could stay right here. You could cover your eyes with your eye shade and let it be. I'm going to move to the wall, and I'm going to bring my blanket and place it down. Bring the eye shade or the towel. I'm going to scoot one hip up next to the wall. And then I'm going to bring my legs up, resting the heels on the wall, not at a 90-degree angle, just, a little away from the wall. Drawing the toes toward the shins, heels on the wall. You could also be draping your calves onto the seat of a chair if that feels good. And your legs up the wall, that's a variation here too. You could have the soles of your feet on the wall, knees bent, kind of feels nice on the low back. I'm going to extend my legs long because I like that variation today. Eyes covered, toes drawn toward the shins allows you to plant your tailbone, the very tip of your spine, more into the earth and let it relax here. All right, this is your legs up the wall pose. You're gonna stay here for about 7 minutes or longer if you want. But I'll let you know when our time is up. Nestle in and get comfortable here. Shoulders, wiggle them a little bit and kind of tuck them under your back. Arms can be down by your sides, palms face up or down. Or you can bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly and kind of just discover your heartbeat and the flow of your breath. Find stillness and solitude within your breath. I'll let you know when our time here has elapsed. Deep breaths. last few minutes. Take a deep breath in and a deep, slow breath out. You can stay here longer if you really are digging this legs up the wall pose. If you'd like to make your way back to your mat, you can bring your arms down by your sides. Let your legs fall to one side. The way you came up the wall, come down the wall the same way. For just a moment, stay here in this little fetal position. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll make our way back to our mat in just a few moments. And as you're ready, if you're ready, maybe you want to stay right here. Make your way back to your mat. Put your bolster aside and come down to a pentacle pose. So on your back, legs spread wide, knees kind of off the edges of your mat. Arms high overhead. Breathe here in this big capital letter X shape. Take a deep breath in and a deep, slow breath out. Let's come out of this pentacle pose if you'd like. Stay longer if you want. I'm going to come into final Shavasana. For today's final Shavasana pose, I'm going to bring my arms down by my sides and bend my legs and press on up just for a moment. And I'm going to place the bolster underneath my knees. So knees are supported comfortably with the bolster. I'm going to cover myself up with the blanket. Maybe just your feet or your legs or your waist. Maybe that feels really good. Come all the way down. How do you like the knees supported? If you don't like the knees supported, slip the bolster on out. You can scoot it away with your feet or just let it be. Feels really nice to have the knees supported. Feels good on the low back. Just feels like you're on a little cloud, and that's a good feeling. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel, or you can use some combination here to maybe place one of them under your neck, kind of in that little like mouse hole area of your neck, that little natural curve. Maybe support it with a rolled up towel or your eye shade. Bring your arms down by your sides. Adjust your shoulders so they are comfortable. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Arms are heavy, legs are heavy. Just feel natural here. Feel comfortable. Find whatever is a comfortable position for your body. And you know, everybody wants a piece of you, even especially this time of year. Everybody wants a piece of you. Everybody wants your attention. Everything is vying for your attention. This is your time. Your time of peace, your time of quiet. Give that time and attention that you are so generous to giving to other people and other things. Give it back to you. Right here, right now. Eyes closed. Area between the eyebrows is soft. Jaws are unclenched. Don't let your teeth touch. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Limbs are heavy. Silence for 5 minutes. I'll let you know when the time is up. take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And enjoy a few more deep breaths here, keeping your awareness only on your breath. This is your space. Enjoy it and allow yourself to be here. Allow yourself this time. If you wish to stay longer, enjoy it. If it's time for you to conclude your hour, come out of this pose very slowly, especially slowly today. Start by thinking about motion in your fingertips and toes. And then move your fingers and toes just a little teeny bit. And then slowly start to increase that motion in the fingers and toes. Work it on up into the hands and the feet. Then add in the wrists and the ankles by circling them out in both directions. Maybe stretching the hands open wide and pointing the toes and squeezing and scrunching the toes to the center of the foot and then releasing. On an inhale, reach high up overhead and take a big good morning stretch as if it were the first stretch of your day. Refreshed, reinvigorated, restored. Bend your knees, kick your bolster aside if you used it, roll onto one side or the other into a fetal position. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow, close your eyes and let it go. Big breath in, big slow breath out. As you're ready, maybe keeping your eyes closed, press on up to a comfortable seated position. Once you're seated, bring your hands to prayer center in gratitude to your marvelous body for what it did, to your wonderful mind for how it calmed down, and to your wonderful spirit for all that it is. Press your thumbs slightly into your chest, lengthen up through the crown of your head with that big breath in, and a shoulder softening breath out. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. You did your 1 hour's worth of yoga. Didn't it go by fast? I think it goes by so quickly once you just get into the moment, and that's really important. I hope this brought your stress down. Remember that number you took in the beginning? Go back to it. What is that number now if you had to reassess yourself? It's lower, and that's a really good thing. So as I said in the beginning, I thought this was really something. 80% of our thoughts are negative. Don't let that be. Challenge yourself today to think about whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable. If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about those things all day long. Love you guys. Peace be with you. See you on your mats tomorrow. Bye. Love you guys. Hey, Bonnie, are you still restoring? Bye, guys. You did it. Another day of yoga in the books, and I bet you feel really, really good. And I am glad that you are here. And you know, it's beginning to look a lot like you're getting more and more fit. Stick with it, even during this holiday busy time. Enjoy your yoga. I am glad that you are here. Tell your friends about our yoga. It's free for anybody and everybody. All they got to do is check us out on Facebook or YouTube. Have them join us. They'll be better off for it. If you would like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. See you on your mats tomorrow.